What if the single greatest threat to your independence isn't a fall, a fracture, or fading memory, but a slow, silent drain on your strength that begins long before you notice it? Picture this. You press on the chair arms to stand. The steps that used to feel easy now demand a pause. A stubborn jar lid suddenly needs two people. This isn't just getting older. It's age-related muscle loss, sarcopenia, and it steals mobility the way a leaky faucet empties a tank, quietly, relentlessly. Here's the good news. Your muscles are still listening. They respond to the right inputs at any age. And no, I'm not talking about a boot camp gym or a cabinet of pills. I'm talking about everyday foods. 5 humble staples that deliver complete proteins, anti-inflammatory fats, minerals that prevent cramps, and nutrients that keep bones sturdy and nerves firing on cue. Over the next few minutes, you'll see exactly how to use them in a simple, repeatable day plan designed to slow muscle loss and rebuild strength you can feel when you stand, walk, climb, and carry. We'll start by separating myth from medicine. Myth: muscle loss after 60 is inevitable. Reality: while muscle naturally declines with age, dietary protein quality, anti-inflammatory nutrition, and steady energy balance can shift the curve in your favor. That's why our roadmap focuses on foods that check 3 boxes at once. 1. Complete or near-complete amino acid profiles to rebuild tissue. 2. Nutrients that soothe joints and protect bones. 3. Easy digestibility for older stomachs. Across this journey, we'll reveal 5 quiet powerhouses, 2 seeds treasured for centuries, a miracle leaf that acts like a compact multivitamin, a gentle protein that protects bone density, and a versatile pseudograin that steadies blood sugar while fueling muscle repair. And then we'll stitch them together into a no-guesswork daily blueprint you can start tomorrow morning. But first, a twist you may not expect. Our opening food was once clouded by controversy, misunderstood, even avoided, not because it doesn't work, but because of its name. It's legal, safe, easily digested, and in 3 spoonfuls can rival an egg's muscle-building potential while calming nighttime leg cramps. What is it? And how do you use it to make breakfast your daily strength deposit? The first secret in our arsenal is the hemp seed, a food that once lived in the shadows because of its botanical cousin, marijuana. For decades, guilt by association kept many Americans from even considering it. But science has now rewritten the story. Hemp seeds contain virtually no THC, the psychoactive compound. What they do contain is one of the most perfectly balanced nutritional profiles nature ever designed. Here's why that matters. When you eat hemp seeds, you're not just filling your stomach. You're supplying your body with a complete protein. Think of your muscles as brick walls. Every day, tiny cracks appear. To repair them, your body needs all 9 essential amino acids, the full set of bricks. Most plants miss 1 or 2. Hemp doesn't. Just 3 tablespoons, sprinkled on oatmeal, yogurt, or even blended into a smoothie, deliver nearly 10 grams of these complete building blocks. But the benefits don't stop at protein. Hemp seeds are loaded with omega-3 fatty acids. Picture them as internal firefighters, dousing the smoldering inflammation in your joints that makes mornings stiff and painful. Pair that with magnesium, the mineral that prevents those jolting midnight cramps, and you begin to see why hemp seeds are more than a garnish. They're a daily safeguard. And here's the kicker. They're gentle on the digestive system. Unlike many beans and seeds that contain compounds blocking nutrient absorption, hemp protein is easily absorbed, meaning seniors with sensitive digestion get full value from every spoonful. Now, imagine starting your day with a quiet but powerful deposit into your strength bank. A spoonful of hemp at breakfast doesn't just fuel you for today, it slows the long slide of sarcopenia. Yet, as modern as hemp may seem, the next powerhouse reaches back into history. Warriors of the Andes once relied on it before battle marches, calling it Inca gold. And today, scientists are uncovering why this seed may surpass even hemp in its ability to soothe joints and fuel resilience. What is this ancient seed? And why do researchers call it one of the richest plant sources of omega-3 in the world? That ancient treasure is the Sacha Inchi seed, sometimes called the Inca peanut. Centuries ago, Peruvian warriors carried it into battle, believing it gave them endurance for grueling marches through the mountains. Today, modern science is proving them right. Sacha Inchi is a complete protein, delivering all 9 essential amino acids in every handful. For older adults, where every gram of protein counts, this is crucial. 1 ounce gives you up to 9 grams of muscle-building fuel, the equivalent of a large egg, without the heaviness of meat. That alone makes it a quiet weapon against sarcopenia. But here's where it becomes extraordinary. It's omega-3 content. Hemp seeds are rich in these anti-inflammatory fats, but Sacha Inchi outpaces them. If inflammation is a fire stiffening your joints, Sacha Inchi is a cool, soothing balm from the inside out. Many seniors describe it as if their hinges were oiled, movement feeling smoother, more confident. And there's more. Packed with vitamin E, Sacha Inchi acts like a rust-proofer for your cells, guarding against the oxidative stress that eats away at muscle fibers with age. Add tryptophan, the amino acid that helps your brain produce serotonin, and you're not only strengthening your body, but lifting your mood and improving sleep. Better sleep means stronger overnight repair, creating a positive cycle. The best part? These seeds are easy to digest and rarely cause allergies. Their mild, nutty taste makes them an easy swap for peanuts or almonds. Sprinkle them on a salad, mix them with quinoa, or enjoy them roasted as a crunchy snack instead of chips. But here's the real secret. While hemp and Sacha Inchi guard your muscles and joints, the next powerhouse comes not from a seed, but a leaf. Dried and ground into a fine green powder, it's so dense in nutrients that scientists call it the miracle tree. Imagine a food that works like protein, vitamin supplement, and bone protector all in one. So what is this emerald powder? And how can just a teaspoon a day transform the way your body repairs itself? Enter Moringa oleifera, better known as the miracle tree. For centuries, cultures across Asia and Africa turned to its leaves for healing, nourishment, and survival. Today, when those leaves are dried and ground into powder, they become one of the most concentrated sources of nutrition ever studied. Here's why it's so powerful. 100 grams of Moringa powder delivers a staggering 27 grams of complete protein, more, ounce for ounce, than ground beef. For aging muscles, that's like handing over premium construction material exactly when your body needs it most. But Moringa isn't just a protein source. It's nature's version of an all-in-one multivitamin. Vitamin C in Moringa drives collagen production, reinforcing the mortar that binds muscles and tendons. Vitamin A sharpens vision and strengthens immunity. Calcium and vitamin K form a dynamic duo to keep bones sturdy, guarding against fractures. And iron acts as an oxygen courier, feeding your cells and banishing the fatigue that turns a simple walk into a daunting task. Even more impressive are its antioxidants, quercetin and chlorogenic acid, which fight inflammation and slow down the wear and tear damage that creeps into joints and muscle fibers. That's why Moringa users often describe not just more strength, but quicker recovery after gardening, exercise, or even chasing grandkids around the yard. The beauty of Moringa is its simplicity. No cooking, no fuss. Just stir a teaspoon into your morning smoothie, sprinkle it over soup, or mix it into oatmeal. Within minutes, you've given your body a concentrated burst of nourishment that works quietly all day long. But here's the twist. While Moringa fuels muscle repair and bone protection, the next powerhouse is hiding in plain sight. You've likely passed it in the grocery store 1,000 times, dismissing it as bland or boring. Yet this humble block may be one of the most effective, senior-friendly proteins in the world, one that even mimics hormones to protect bone density after menopause. So what is this overlooked food, and why do researchers call it a gentle giant for aging bodies? That gentle giant is firm tofu. In the West, it's often misunderstood, brushed off as flavorless or reserved for vegetarians. But here's the truth. For aging bodies, tofu is one of the smartest protein choices you can make. Every 100 grams of tofu provides about 8 grams of complete protein, similar to an egg, but much easier on digestion. Unlike red meat or poultry, tofu doesn't tax your system with heavy fats or cholesterol. Instead, It delivers muscle-repairing amino acids in a form that's gentle, making it perfect for seniors with sensitive stomachs. But protein is only part of tofu's story. It's also rich in absorbable calcium, especially if it's made with natural calcium sulfate. That means every bite is fortifying your bones, reducing the risk of osteoporosis and fractures. And hidden within tofu are compounds called soy isoflavones, plant-based molecules that act a little like estrogen. For women after menopause, this is vital. As estrogen levels fall, bone loss can accelerate. Isoflavones step in to slow that decline, preserving density and strength. For men, the benefits remain just as clear: reduced inflammation, healthier arteries, and steady blood pressure. And here's the bonus. Tofu is endlessly versatile. Toss cubes into a stir-fry with vegetables, roast slices until golden and crisp, or enjoy it chilled with a splash of soy sauce and sesame oil. It soaks up flavor, making it as bold or as subtle as you want it. So why is tofu a gentle giant? Because it quietly supports muscle, bones, and heart health all at once, without the digestive strain of heavier proteins. But as powerful as tofu is, it's not our final weapon. To complete the blueprint, we need a food once revered by the Incas as the mother of all grains. It looks humble, almost like tiny pearls, yet it stabilizes blood sugar, fights fatigue, and fuels muscles with endurance. What is this ancient supergrain, and why might it be the missing link in your daily strength plan? That ancient supergrain is quinoa, a food so vital to the Incan Empire that they called it Chisaya Mama, the mother of all grains. But technically, quinoa isn't a grain at all. It's a seed, a cousin of spinach and beets, which is what makes its nutrient profile so unique. One cooked cup of quinoa delivers nearly 8 grams of complete protein, rich in lysine, an amino acid often scarce in the plant kingdom but essential for tissue repair. For aging muscles, lysine is the difference between slow recovery and staying active day after day. But quinoa's gifts don't stop at protein. It's also packed with magnesium, potassium, and calcium, the mineral trio that acts as your body's electrical wiring. Magnesium helps muscles relax, easing nighttime cramps. Potassium balances electrolytes so nerve signals fire smoothly, preventing tremors. Calcium strengthens bones while enabling every muscle contraction, ensuring that each step is steady and confident. And here's the game changer. Unlike many starches that spike blood sugar and leave you drained, quinoa releases energy slowly and steadily. Think of it as a log burning evenly in a fireplace instead of a crumpled paper that flares up and dies out. This slow-release energy makes quinoa an essential ally for seniors managing prediabetes or type 2 diabetes. Add in fiber for digestive health, iron for oxygen delivery, and B vitamins for nerve support, and quinoa becomes more than food. It's a foundation. Replace white rice with quinoa at lunch, or try a warm quinoa breakfast bowl topped with Moringa powder and hemp seeds. Each bite is a direct investment in strength, balance, and independence. Now, we've uncovered 5 nutritional powerhouses: hemp, Sacha Inchi, Moringa, tofu, and quinoa. But here's the challenge. Knowing the foods is only half the battle. Without a system, they're just ingredients sitting in your pantry. So how do you combine them into a simple, daily blueprint that protects your muscles and fuels your independence, all without complicated rules? Welcome to the Blueprint for Strength. Think of it not as a rigid diet, but as a framework, a daily rhythm designed to keep your muscles nourished, your energy steady, and your independence intact. It's simple, repeatable, and flexible enough to fit into any lifestyle. We begin where the day begins: breakfast. After a night of fasting, your body is primed to absorb nutrients. This is the moment to send a loud, clear signal: build, don't break down. The base is simple: oatmeal or Greek yogurt. Now, add 2 to 3 tablespoons of hemp seeds. That's your muscle deposit, delivering all 9 essential amino acids right when your body needs them most. Next, stir in a teaspoon of Moringa powder. This is your maintenance crew, flooding your system with antioxidants, calcium, and iron to fight fatigue before it starts. By mid-morning, you've already accomplished what most people miss all day: protein for muscle repair, micronutrients for recovery, and anti-inflammatory support. But the real test often comes at noon, when many well-meaning choices backfire. Heavy lunches drain energy, while light ones leave you hungry. The challenge is finding a balance, a meal that fuels your body without slowing you down. And this is where the blueprint delivers its second secret, the anti-slump lunch. It's designed to power you through the afternoon with steady focus and strong joints. But what exactly goes into this midday plate? And why do these combinations outperform ordinary sandwiches or salads? The anti-slump lunch is all about strategy, giving your body high-quality protein and steady energy, without the crash. The foundation is quinoa, the ancient seed that burns slow and steady. Swap out white rice or bread, and you've already won half the battle against the dreaded 2 p.m. fog. On top of that base, add firm tofu. Think of it as your gentle powerhouse. Complete protein that's easy to digest, paired with calcium and soy isoflavones that quietly protect your bones. Unlike a steak that leaves you heavy and sluggish, tofu builds muscle without weighing you down. Now, add a layer of dark leafy greens, spinach, kale, or arugula. These aren't just fiber. They're loaded with micronutrients that reduce inflammation and feed your nervous system, ensuring smoother communication between brain and muscle. For the finishing touch, sprinkle a handful of roasted Sacha Inchi seeds. They bring a nutty crunch, but more importantly, they deliver those joint-lubricating omega-3s that keep every step supple. This isn't just lunch, it's a midday tune-up. You've built a plate that preserves muscle, protects bones, steadies blood sugar, and fuels your brain all at once. But here's where many people stumble: the long afternoon stretch. Between 3 and 5 p.m., cravings creep in. The vending machine whispers. Energy dips. Most people reach for cookies, chips, or soda and undo the progress of the entire day. So how do you turn the weakest part of your day into a strategic advantage for your muscles instead of a trap? That vulnerable window between 3 and 5 p.m. isn't just about willpower, it's biology. By then, your blood sugar is dipping, your lunch fuel is running low, and your body cries out for a quick fix. The problem? Most quick fixes, cookies, chips, sugary coffee drinks, light a brief fire that burns out fast, leaving you more drained than before. The solution isn't to fight the craving. It's to outsmart it with what we call the smart snack. Think of it as a bridge, a steady stream of protein and nutrients that carries you to dinner without the crash. Option 1. A small handful of roasted Sacha Inchi seeds. Portable, satisfying, and rich in omega-3. They're like carrying joint support in your pocket. Option 2. Leftover cubes of baked tofu. Savory, filling, and ready in seconds, they give you muscle-building amino acids without heaviness. Option 3. A power smoothie. Blend hemp seeds, a half teaspoon of Moringa powder, almond milk, and a few berries. In less than a minute, you've created a nutrient-dense booster shot that stabilizes energy and prepares your body for its most important repair job, sleep. Because here's something most people overlook. Muscle recovery doesn't happen while you're awake. The true rebuilding begins when you drift off and your body releases growth hormone. That's why your evening meal isn't just dinner. It's your recovery dinner, the final supply run before an overnight construction project. So what exactly should that dinner look like if your goal is to maximize strength, protect your bones, and set up a night of deep repair? As evening settles in, your body prepares for its most important shift, repair mode. This is when growth hormone is released, when muscles knit themselves back together, and when your day's nutrition is put to the ultimate test. That's why dinner isn't just about filling your stomach. It's about delivering the final, slow-release building blocks for an 8-hour construction project happening while you sleep. The recovery dinner starts with a base of quinoa. Its steady release of glucose fuels your cells overnight, preventing energy dips that disturb rest. Add a generous portion of lightly steamed vegetables, broccoli, spinach, or asparagus, to provide essential vitamins and minerals that work hand in hand with protein to support recovery. The protein anchor? Firm tofu. Gently warmed in a broth or stir-fried with the vegetables, it delivers amino acids without heaviness, and its calcium fortifies the very bones that muscles depend on. Finally, Finish the plate with a tablespoon of hemp seeds sprinkled on top. They don't just add texture. They provide magnesium, the mineral that helps muscles relax, setting the stage for deep, restorative sleep. Imagine ending your day not with a heavy burden on your stomach, but with a light, powerful meal designed to align perfectly with your body's nightly rhythm. Each ingredient plays a role. Quinoa for energy, tofu for muscle and bone, greens for repair, hemp seeds for relaxation. But here's the hidden truth. Even the perfect blueprint of foods isn't enough if you fall for the most dangerous myth of all, the myth that it's already too late to rebuild. And that myth may be the single greatest thief of strength in older adults today. Why is this belief so destructive, and how do you overcome it? Here's the final enemy we must confront, the myth that it's too late. It whispers in the background, "My knees are too weak. My energy is gone. My time has passed." This belief is more dangerous than sarcopenia itself, because it convinces people to stop before they ever start. But biology tells a different story. Research shows that even adults in their 70s, 80s, and beyond can regain muscle strength and improve mobility when given the right fuel. Your body never fully stops responding. It's simply waiting for the right materials. Picture your body as a house that's weathered storms. The walls are scuffed, the roof has leaks. Do you tear it down? No. You renovate it, brick by brick, beam by beam. That's what these 5 foods provide. Premium materials delivered to a site that's ready to rebuild. And here's the most encouraging part. Change doesn't demand a total overhaul. It starts with small acts of self-respect. A spoonful of hemp seeds on your yogurt is a brick. Choosing quinoa instead of white rice is another. Every decision is a signal to your body. We're not done yet. The goal isn't to feel 25 again. The goal is something far more meaningful. To open that stubborn jar on your own, to climb stairs without hesitation, to bend down and rise with confidence when playing with your grandchildren. These are not luxuries. They are freedoms, and they are still within reach. So here's the challenge. What's the one small change you'll make this week? Will you sprinkle Moringa into your morning smoothie? Swap out rice for quinoa? Snack on Sacha Inchi instead of chips? Whatever it is, declare it. Write it down. Share it. Because when you commit out loud, you don't just inspire yourself. You inspire others walking the same path. And remember, your strongest days aren't behind you. They're waiting to be built, one nourishing meal at a time.